To back down. Burkina Faso is making history under Traore's leadership. The country has just launched its first ever electric car, a groundbreaking step toward industrialization, economic sovereignty, and energy independence. But this bold move has sent shockwaves through the old colonial powers, and now the threats against him are growing. For years, Africa has been forced into economic dependence. Western nations ensured that raw materials were extracted from African soil, sent abroad for processing, and then sold back to African countries at exorbitant prices. This cycle has kept African nations poor while foreign corporations thrive. But something is changing. A new Africa is rising. Chapter 1. The rise of Africa's EV revolution. For decades, electric cars have been a symbol of technological progress, futuristic mobility, and sustainability. Yet, whenever the discussion of EV leadership comes up, the usual names dominate: Tesla in the United States, Volkswagen in Germany, BYD and NIO in China. Africa has rarely been part of that conversation. The assumption has always been that the continent lacks the industrialization, supply chains, and financial resources needed to compete in the high-tech automotive space. But Burkina Faso just shattered that outdated belief. This is not an imported vehicle with minor modifications. This is a fully homegrown creation, developed by Burkinabe engineers and tailored for the realities of African roads. It is built with Africa's unique driving conditions in mind, designed to meet the specific needs of local drivers. And that's what makes it so groundbreaking. But beyond the car itself, this achievement signals something much bigger. It's about economic independence. For too long, African nations have relied on expensive imports to move forward. They've depended on Western and Asian companies to supply their vehicles, often at high costs that make car ownership unattainable for many. But Burkina Faso's success challenges that status quo. It proves that African nations can lead in high-tech industries rather than just consume what others produce. Captain Ibrahim Traore has taken an entirely different approach from the usual African leadership playbook. While many heads of state are busy upgrading their fleets with the latest 2025 luxury vehicles, Traore is focused on something far more meaningful: building his nation's future from the ground up. And nothing exemplifies this commitment more than the unveiling of Burkina Faso's first locally assembled electric vehicle, the Ibrahim. Chapter 2. A game changer for Africa. Burkina Faso's Ibrahim isn't just another electric vehicle, it's a technological breakthrough specifically designed to meet the country's needs. Unlike conventional electric cars that rely on charging stations tied to national power grids, the Ibrahim is 100% solar-powered. Given Burkina Faso's abundant sunshine, this makes perfect sense. The reliance on solar energy ensures that drivers won't have to worry about erratic electricity supply, one of the main barriers to electric vehicle adoption in many parts of Africa. And then there's the efficiency factor. While most electric cars require hours to charge, the Ibrahim boasts a rapid charging capability, just 30 minutes for a full charge, and an impressive range of 330 kilometers. This level of performance rivals some of the best electric cars in the world. But what makes it truly revolutionary is that it is assembled in Burkina Faso, by Burkinabe hands. The company sourced materials from African suppliers whenever possible, ensuring that the production process supported local industries rather than relying entirely on imported components. Unlike most EVs on the market, which are designed for Western and Asian road conditions, Ibrahim's car was built specifically to handle the unique challenges of African roads, whether it's unpaved paths, extreme heat, or long distances between charging stations. One of the biggest challenges with EVs in Africa is battery efficiency. Given the continent's high temperatures, Ibrahim engineered battery technology that performs well in West Africa's climate, ensuring that the vehicle remains practical for daily use. The production of the Ibrahim is taking place at a facility in Ouaga 2000, an area that is quickly becoming the industrial heartbeat of Burkina Faso. But this isn't just about assembling cars. It's about building an entirely new industrial ecosystem. The establishment of this plant means thousands of new jobs, an economic boost for the nation, and a strong foundation for future technological advancements. For decades, African economies have been heavily reliant on raw material exports, only to buy back finished products at exorbitant prices. The ITUA project disrupts that cycle, proving that local value addition is not only possible but necessary. It's a bold step towards economic independence, one that other African nations would do well to follow.
Ibrahim Traore is transforming Burkina Faso. We pray that other African leaders will follow suit, will follow the footsteps of Burkina Faso, so that this change can be uniform to our continent.